So I'm suing Steph here for giving me a
Yes.
spiritual cleansing that basically ruined my life.
Oh.
Plaintiff Shaina Spinks claims the defendant performed a tarot reading and spiritual cleansing that ruined her life. She's suing for $300. Defendant Stephanie Lipkowski claims she properly predicted the plaintiff's problems.
Please raise
She
your right
says
hand.
she owes nothing.
Do you swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. I do.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Najee.
This is case number 082 on the docket, Spinks versus Lipkowski.
We have here the plaintiff, Shaina Spinks, and you are suing Stephanie Lipkowski for $300 for a tarot card reading and spiritual cleanse that backfired. This ought to be interesting. Shaina, what's your case?
So I'm suing Steph here for giving me a
Yes.
spiritual cleansing that basically ruined my life.
Oh.
We both did astrology, like we're into astrology and like tarot. I was learning about it, she was learning about it around the same time, but we didn't hang out or anything, we weren't close. Once we graduated, I saw in the beginning of quarantine, she was advertising tarot readings and she had been practicing. And I had been in a place of a lot of confusion. So I asked her how much for a tarot reading, and she did a 3-card spread for $100. There wasn't really a specific question I was asking, more for clarity of the future. It's kind of giving you guidance.
Have you ever done this before?
I have, from like
Oh, okay.
professional readers. So
Oh, I see.
$100
Okay.
wasn't super out of the price range, but it did take, I was a little taken aback because she was very new. It went well though, the first one. The second reading I received, I saw some signs that there's gonna be a little chaos. There's a card called the Tower, and that represents a lot of like chaos.
Is that her fault? I mean, that's just the card that came up.
It's what came after. She immediately went to, this is all bad, you're gonna have bad energy coming your way, and you need a spiritual cleansing. It's only $200, I can do it right away, we need to do it tomorrow or else, because this is going to happen fast. She was very urgent and persistent about getting this cleansing. I did provide video evidence of the spiritual cleansing, 2 videos from that night.
That could be educational.
Okay, so we're just gonna add the black salt first.
What's that do?
This one's gonna be for protection against negative energies, along with the candles that we first lit. And then we're gonna mix something ourselves. Okay. So we're gonna use the tourmaline quartz. This is another crystal for protection. Where's the back? So you need to breathe from your diaphragm, not from your chest. And then we'll start the music soon. All negativity must leave.
What did I
Of
just
course.
see? I saw someone taking a bath, and then
So we were smudging. So sage, it's supposed to protect and rid of negative energy. So we use the
Smudging,
7
okay.
chakra, to balance the 7 chakras. That's the one that we chose to use. Mind you, this process, all of the different things that we did, took almost an entire day. I spent the night there. So not only was she paying for the service, she's paying for my time, essentially.
exactly why are you suing Stephanie?
It was the events that followed this cleansing shortly afterward
What happened that suddenly turned bad?
I was let go from my job that was going really well for me, not even 4 days later. And I was in a car crash, not that long, that wasn't my fault. That caused a lot of troubles with my relationship. It started causing financial troubles.
These sound like really bad things, but how in the world is that Stephanie's fault? I mean, if you got laid off your job, lots of people are getting laid off their jobs because of COVID, et cetera. If you were in a car accident, and I'm really sorry to hear that, and you're saying it wasn't your fault, then if you are upset or have an action against anybody, it would seem to be against the person that caused the accident. Why you would say it's the fault of someone that deals a deck of cards and says...
I totally understand that perspective. It's the fact that as a professional, I knew she was...
This is not my profession. I work at a grocery store.
She claimed that she has done this. Nobody that is a beginner
On myself.
is charging $200, $100 readings.
Okay.
And
Okay,
The reason I charged
before
her,
the act,
Let me
reason
hear,
I
just for a
charged
second,
her-
let me hear from Stephanie for a second.
the reason that she was charged for the first and second reading, like a steep price, was because she came into my home. The thing with tarot is I've normally just been doing it through DMs, text message. So when I'm inviting her to my space, you don't know what you're getting. So that's kind of why the price was, in her mind, steep. Which I see it as she could have used the second reading and stopped these things that I warned her about. If you look at evidence B, I've provided several.
How could she have stopped
If
herself
you
from
look
being
at
laid
the-
off?
Well, she's manifesting these things when she was doubting spirit. I went and explained all of this to her. Not even necessarily the job, but just her energy. If you look at evidence B, I have many receipts of me doing readings for people. Most connected person I felt to spirit, no lie.
I can
Readings
see
I've
that
done
they're-
have been accurate.
and I was believing in everything she said until we did the actual spiritual cleansing, which from that video shows she had no idea what she was doing. There was a lot going on. There was my roommate recording. Her flashlight was on. She kept forgetting things and not explaining things thoroughly.
How
As
long
far
have you
as the
been doing
bath
this?
goes, about a year. I got into tarot about a
okay.
year ago.
She paid, what, $200?
$200 for the spiritual cleansing I paid, and
Yeah.
$100 for the tarot reading.
Have you given other people a refund?
No, most people don't even pay me. I just accept tips. The thing with Shayna was that this was in person, if that makes sense.
I see.
Yeah,
it
and
does.
along with the receipts, evidence A, she got to keep a lot of this stuff, the crystals. So it's not like she had nothing to show, even though she was
Yeah.
enjoying this bath and these things. She had doubt, but she was for sure enjoying it at the very least.
I messaged her in evidence E. When I asked for the refund, I did it respectively so. I understood. I don't blame her for being a beginner. It's the fact that she led me to believe something that was not completely not true, that led to terrible things happening.
Do you see the lack of trust that she has, Your Honor?
Yeah, Stephanie, how much did you wind up spending?
For evidence A, those are both the receipts. I spent around $80.
Okay, let me get to the case. Let's say someone on the opposite end of the continuum who maybe is not spiritual, and when they're not feeling well or something, goes to a doctor and just wants the scientific, or what they believe is scientific, medical decision made. You can go to the best doctor in the world. You can get all the x-rays, all the treatments, all of that. And sometimes, despite all of that, the result isn't good. It didn't work out. That is all of the gamble of life every single day. I can't say I'm going to hold her responsible that she did something that is so out of bounds and so unfair that she, quote, ripped you off. I didn't see that and therefore dismissed the case.
I thought the judgment was fair. He was definitely very accepting.
Yes, I still think I'll be getting readings in the future.